What's up, TV fans and everybody out there that likes the TV-related stuff that I love to talk about? Spider-Man and MrDarkPhoenix here with the unfortunate half seasons of TV time with MrDarkPhoenix. So we are talking about the mid-season finales of the last remaining shows. The first is going to be American Horror Story Coven. I'm sorry this video came out so late. I wanted to try and maybe talk freely with you guys. I figured if I waited a little bit, then I could, just talk freely with you guys, and so I could just get everything out so I don't worry about spoiling it for anybody. So let's just talk about it without further ado. Let's just bring it on, and then we can see how this is going to work. If anything, I'll just do it earlier when the shows come back in January. So this is not such a long wait. Our flashbacks explain our professions and why we do what we do. Basically, we were taught to do this at a young age, and that's why we become the person and the hunter, quote unquote, that we are today. Even though he technically kind of sucks at it until later. But, I guess it's okay. But I guess it's fine. We try to build an alliance with an unlikely ally because when you're dealing with the hunter part of what you do, you're going to need people. You're going to need more people than what you have. Because a lot of you people aren't properly trained. So we're going to need a lot more people to deal with this threat. But unfortunately, sometimes heads get in the way and, tell you what you can and can't do. And our own stubbornness prevents us from looking at the bigger picture. So unfortunately we try, but it doesn't seem like it's going to work out too much. How do we like our eggs? Blind over easy? If you did not like that joke, it was his idea. That guy. Not me. I would never do something like that. We find our headhunters organization, and yeah, we figured this much, which is prompting me to another theory, but I'll get onto that later on in videos or later on in this episode. We are the council now. We grant one sight beyond sight, because you plucked their eyes out with a melon bowler. Or whatever you used. I don't know, you just plucked their eyes out. But, I mean, they weren't using them, so I thought it was a pretty good idea. I was thinking that myself. I'm like, well, if we can find a worthy person to sacrifice their eyes, then, we can probably do that. Let that go on. But, we learn not to mess with the queen or the pain happens. She's not Queen Bee for a reason. Angela Bassett is not something to mess with. She didn't get to where she is by being merciful and nice. She'll poke at you with a doll. A voodoo doll, an actual one, not Gabourey's character. She'll start poking at you with a thing. I'd poke at him, but I'm afraid Andrew Garfield might get hurt. We can't have that, since Tobey Maguire's soul isn't linked to his anymore. Our reunion doesn't have what we had hoped for. Sorry, buddy. You sucked as a husband, so now you can't get back together. So you need to hit the road, Jack, and don't you hunt back no more, no more. I like the remix of the song I made. Glad to see our clairvoyant in to be badass in her own sense. I mean, she's clairvoyant for a reason. She doesn't necessarily deserve to be shut out just because of whatever reason the mother is. The mother's crazy in her own damn right. Where did she get those bees? We finally she killed the boy's father, but where did she get those bees from? Did she just walk around with a cup around Central Park and she was just catching them, or in a net or something? But I want to know where homegirl got them bees. Just throwing that out there. Quicksilver's fixed. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, because Quicksilver was broken, and now Quicksilver is all fixed up, for the most part, since the girls can't play cards. I feel her pain. People should know how to play cards to pass the time. One head learns at a time, so at least we're teaching the head a little something, because what's she going to do? She's basically like this with her head. She can't move it. She can't roll, so might teach a little history lesson beforehand. As much as we'd like to burn her face, we can't, because we might as well teach her something first. So why the hell not? One attack on the house leads to many sacrifices. This scene I did not see coming. I didn't see it coming at all, and that's another question, which begs the question, is a certain character really dead? I'm going to do another video on that, because that's got a lot of controversial things to it, but I can see that happening. I didn't want to see it happening, but I had to see them working together somehow, so gah. Powers are used and must be used as sacrifice for the greater good. Like I mentioned before, it seems really weird that she used her powers, and a lot. I see this question a lot, and I have an answer for it. But like I said, I'm going to use it in another video. But for the most part, now I'm just going to leave it at this in this video. But our alliances are formed due to dark circumstances. Pretty much, we finally know we're going to come together now. Just because we captured one or we killed one, we're going to have to basically worry about the corporation now, which will lead into the next season, which will be in January. But it's an unfortunate ended. But I'm going to be doing a lot more videos in its absence. So it's not like TV time's ended now just because the show has ended. But I'm going to do a couple videos till the show comes back. But thank you all so much for watching. And don't forget to stay tuned for more. Give me a big thumbs up in the comment section. And don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And always remember to geek out and enjoy your lives. And I'm going to see you guys in January for new American Horror Story Coven.